Who is called father of Mechanical Engineering?
Recently, 3 countries have decided to recognize Palestine as a separate state. Can you name them?
Do you think that the aspect related to voting in elections at all the levels, be it Lok Sabha, the state assemblies or panchayats, this element should be included in fundamental duties? May I come in, sir?
Come in.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Have your seat.
Thank you, sir.
Akshay. Introduce yourself.
So my name is Akshay Karande. I belong to Raigad district of Maharashtra. There I completed my 10th and 12th. After that I moved to Pune to complete my mechanical engineering as a graduation. After completing graduation, I started preparing for different competitive exams, and at CAPF, this is my 3rd interview.
Okay. So, did you participate in campus recruitment?
No, sir. I have decided in my last year only that I want to pursue my career in competitive exams.
And why did you make such decision?
Sir, from the childhood, I have dreamed to join the uniform forces. So it is clear in my mind that I want to join the forces. So that's why last year.
Did you write ND exam?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you could not clear that?
I cleared the written part examination, but not the SSB part.
And did you write CDS exam?
Yes, sir. I have written the CDS for 6 times, sir.
Okay. So if you're clear right from beginning, right from childhood, why did you go to a engineering college?
Yes, sir. That decision depend on that particular circumstances. In the 10th and 12th, I scored very good marks in mathematics. So my obvious choice is to choose engineering because of my good score in the mathematics as well as in other entrance examinations. So I choose engineering as my option as a graduation subject.
Okay. Who is called father of mechanical engineering?
Sorry, sir, I don't know.
Okay. Government of India immediately after independence had adopted an industrial policy in 1948.
Yes, sir.
And which ushered in a big way industrialization in the country. Can you briefly explain what was the highlights of that industrial policy?
Sir, after the independence, government gave the industrial policy in 1948. The primary objective of the policy is to state sponsored industrial development in India. In the second 5-year plan, we focus more on industry, and that industry focus more on a steel and more core industries. So that's it.
That's it?
Sir, as of
so you
now,
jumped from 1948 to second 5-year plan. When did we start second 5-year plan?
Sir, we started second 5-year plan in 1956.
Okay. So in 1956, government had announced a second industrial policy.
Yes, sir.
Who presented in the parliament the first industrial policy of 48 and who presented the second industrial policy of 56?
Sir, I'm not sure about it.
Okay. And which policy was based on Mahalanobis model? The 48 policy or 56 policy?
Sir, 1956 policy.
Okay, that's correct. Thank you, Akshay.
Akshay, recently 3 countries have decided to recognize Palestine as a separate state. Can you name them?
Yes, sir. 3 countries from Western Europe countries. I'm not sure about the names, but Switzerland and other 2 countries, sir. But after this, I will look into it, sir.
Okay. Are you sure about Switzerland?
No, sir. I'm not sure about
it. Fine. This conflict between Israel and Hamas has been going for long, and Hamas did a terror strike on Israel, and then there has been a disproportionate Israeli retaliation, right? So what is India's stand on this issue?
Sir, India's stand is very clear. We condemn any kind of a terrorist activity or any kind of violence, and we repeatedly announced that or repeatedly said that the issue between the Israel and Palestine, this should be solved by negotiation and diplomacy. So at the United Nations General Assembly also,
so
we
right
abstained.
now Israel is attacking Rafah.
Yes.
Is India supporting that attack on Rafah?
No, sir. India is not supporting any kind of violent activities.
Okay. Uh, Recently, we had the Supreme Court verdict on electoral bonds. So, Supreme Court has declared it to be unconstitutional on 2 grounds. Can you tell me those 2 grounds?
The Supreme Court that tell us it is unconstitutional on the first ground is right to information of
Voter.
public citizens. Sorry, sir, I am not able to remember the second ground.
Okay. But in this case, what about the right to anonymity of the donor? Right. The donor will be having fear of being victimized by the party to which the person has not given donation, right?
Right, sir.
So if it comes to power, then it may victimize him or her. So what about that?
Yes, sir, that is a correct issue, but in a free and fair election system or a democratic system like in India, I believe the right to of every every Indian citizen has a right to know about where the political party gets its money, and there are some allegations of using that illegal money or black money can be used for election purpose. So on a larger good, I believe the verdict of the Supreme Court is quite right.
Okay. Akshay, my final question to you, and this is about the election process that is going on. Like, suppose somebody doesn't want to vote in the election, right? Like, the person is basically dissatisfied with the candidates who have been put up by different political parties, right? So the person has decided that I will not vote. Okay. Now it is very hot. Okay. And we are experiencing heat waves. So what incentive this person has to go to the polling booth and press the Nota button? Because he has already decided that he is not going to vote for any of the candidates because they don't feel the right candidate for him, right? So in this case, should some changes be made to Nota for incentivizing such kind of individuals to go and press Nota, at least participate in the electoral process?
Sir, with your permission, I would like to take some time to. Yes, sir. Sir, in my opinion, I don't think we should incentivize a voter because as Indian Constitution has given a fundamental rights to us. So fundamental right, we are enjoining the rights. So we have duty to perform various kind of duties such as right to vote. Though it is not a fundamental duty, but every citizen should have it has obligation to go and vote. And I believe it comes from a personal motivation rather than incentivized.
So the person should definitely go and vote, right?
Yes, sir.
But even if if Nota has the highest number of votes in a constituency, does anything happen? It is the second, the candidate at the second position who will win.
Right, sir. Sir, in that case, yes, we can definitely go for some kind of amendment that if the Nota gets maximum number of votes, there may be another kind of election with different candidates.
Thank you, Akshay.
Thank you, sir.
Akshay, do you think that the aspect related to voting in elections at all the levels, be it Lok Sabha, the state assemblies or panchayats, this element should be included in fundamental duties?
Yes, sir. I believe it should be included into the fundamental duties.
Okay. And do you also think that fundamental duties should be made mandatory?
Sir, at this point, I don't think it should be mandatory, because if we make mandatory, then it should be have a justifiable, and there should be some kind of then punishment, and it may create some arbitrariness. So instead of making a justifiable or mandatory, we can increase awareness among the people.
But clearly that is not working. How many fundamental duties we have?
Sir, right now we have 11 fundamental duties.
And do you think out of those 11 fundamental duties, even 50% of the duties people are willing to follow unless and until some kind of punitive aspect is attached to them?
Yes, sir. Mostly they don't follow the fundamental duties, but we can create another system instead of a punitive action. In my opinion, it comes from more awareness, education purpose rather
See,
than
we have criminal laws in place,
Yes, sir.
and everyone knows what is a crime and what kind of punishment the person will be subjected to. It acts as a deterrence.
Yes, sir.
Just by bringing the criminal law in place, we are not be able to remove the crime from the society, but there is a deterrence aspect attached to it, and majority of the people will not commit a crime
Right, sir.
because of the consequences. However, we still see some instances of crime. Do you think such a logic can be applied when we think of making the fundamental duties compulsory?
Sir, I don't think such logic could be applied to the fundamental duties, because a large portion of Indians, they still don't know about the fundamental duties. Even the educated peoples, they don't have any idea about the fundamental duties. So first step would be to create more awareness education about the fundamental duties, and maybe in the next few years we can go for some kind of a punitive actions if required.
Okay. Akshay, you must have studied the Constitution of India.
Yes.
According to you, what are the three most important features of our Constitution?
Sir, the first important feature of Indian Constitution is its inclusiveness. Second one is it has a federal system, and a third important feature of Indian Constitution is to free and fair elections, sir.
Okay. Akshay, what is the difference between International Court of Justice and International Criminal Court?
Yes. Sir, International Court of Justice is a part of a United Nations organization, whereas International Criminal Court, it is not. And India is a party to the International Court of Justice and not the International Criminal Courts.
And talking about their jurisdiction, what kind of matters are usually heard in these two judicial bodies?
Sir, in the International Criminal Court, mostly the crimes committed by the war crimes, they are referred to the International Criminal Court, and all other matters such as dispute between the two countries, they can be dealt in the International Court of Justice.
Okay, my final question to you, since you just mentioned that India is not party to the criminal court, can ICC issue a warrant or a punitive directive against a person of Indian origin, an Indian?
Sorry, sir, I have to read about it. I don't know, sir.
Thank you.
Akshay, you like watching movies?
Yes, sir.
What is the biggest news today about movies?
Sir, biggest news right now, that current news is about the vulgarity and the violence that is shown in the movies.
An Indian woman won a big prize in Cannes Film Festival.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Where is Cannes located?
Cannes located in France.
Okay, and which lady got this prize? Which
Sir,
Indian woman?
Sir, I'm not remembering her first name, but her surname is Sen Gupta.
Sen Gupta?
Yes, sir.
She is the actress. But who is the director? The director is also a woman.
Sir, I have gone through that news, but right now I'm not able to remember, sir.
Okay. Is it Parul or Kapadia?
So, director is Kapadia, and the actress name is some Parul.
Okay. And which prize she has won?
Sir, she has won the best actress prize.
Okay. Okay, fine. Your interview is over. You may go now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. May I come in, sir?
Come in, Akshay. Have your seat.
Thank you, sir.
So, in our rating, you are almost ready, perfectly ready for interview. The very next moment, you can go and perform well.
Thank you, sir.
As per present performance. Still, I think you can yourself understand which things you need to update.
Yes, sir.
What?
The current affair part, that news.
So that current affairs also you need to keep on updating. And you have mentioned watching movies, so be ready with all the current news and maybe previous news also.
Yes.
Kabaddi and cricket, you play or watch?
Both, sir. I play.
Play also.
Yes, sir.
So, in which year Kabaddi was included as Olympic game?
So Kabaddi is not included into Olympic Games.
Not included yet. Do you think it should be included?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this kind of also question they can ask. And your birthday coincides with birthday of some prominent persons like Ram Manohar Lohia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ram Manohar Lohia. And also it is celebrated as a Shahid Divas.
Shahid Divas. So be ready with that also. They can ask some questions.
Yes.
And they can also ask you what are the qualifications for a person to be declared as a Shahid?
Right, sir.
Anybody who is killed in battle is declared as Shahid, or there is some other things?
Yes.
Or only a war and battle is necessary condition for declaring a person Shahid, or in normal time, peaceful time also, somebody if dies, he can be declared as Shahid. So whatever the
Yo.
different parameters. And then how we celebrate 30th January, how we celebrate 21st May,
Yes.
okay, and about 31st October also.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Kind of things. So overall, it's good. Your performance on most of the questions you answered well, except for the current affairs question. The general guideline is that until you are very sure about any fact, don't offer it as an answer.
Okay.
That is, don't offer anything as a guesswork.
Yes.
Avoid guessworks altogether, and that shows your commitment to integrity of the fact or commitment to honesty of the facts.
Yes.
And that should be a habit that you are used to that. So fine, if you have any other question or any other doubt is there, you can ask.
No, sir.
Okay, all the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.